And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica. This scanner, I'm less worried about it constantly pulling power because it's getting solar power up here. So we'll let it just keep running because I'm not going to spend the time to go back in. We're going to check out CTO, use LifePod, which is LifePod 2, sunk 500 meters before they abandoned it. I think it technically went a little bit farther down than that, but or maybe it didn't, maybe it's exactly 500 meters down, but we'll find out when we get there. To see what's in the local area. It's leading us at least in a new direction in theory. And it may be the deepest one we've actually gone to. Yeah, we may have cut, because I recommended those or recognized those orbs. We might have cut through this biome before, but I think this is the first time we're going to be going this deep in it. Oh, it went into this biome. Oh, interesting. Cyclops depth module. There's the hole in the ship. So apparently we need to come down here to get the sub to go this deep. Oops. So before we go exploring elsewhere, let's see, find any wreck down here besides the life pod. This might not be the right biome for the fission reactor, but this is the one I was, from the short stint I got from looking at the wiki, got implied that the fusion reactor would be in. Or the nuclear reactor. Not sure if it's actually running off of fusion or not. So this is just like a biome that's dark all the time. Interesting if true. apparently it's dusk here. Camera 3, camera 1. Okay. Let's go down. Find roughly the lip. Yeah, so that's basically the lip of the biome. At least where it crosses over to where we got currently existing scanning location. Well, here at 200 meters, you got decent visibility. Okay, and there's mushroom biome. So the mushroom biome, apparently we just got a bit of the wreckage on the into the mushroom biome and managed to get the cyclospheres from there. It's good to see. Down we go. Down it does go. Where this goes, I do not know. What we're looking for actually end the story here. What hints I have says go deep. So we're going deep. I think we've been down here once. Nickel ore and special resource required to mine it. Yeah, that was a big deposit of it, so maybe there's little deposits around here as well. Else we're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna get the prawn suit down here. Which would be difficult if we need the prawn suit to mine the thing we need to do the prawn suit depth. Yeah. It goes deeper. Oh, and it does go even deeper. Not sure how much deeper we'll be able to take this sub. Because we got maximum depth on here, so it's not going below 900. Safely. Okay, so we got another one of these ancient fossils. Leviathan skeletal remains. Hello, Twitch chatter. Sorry if I only just noticed your chat. I don't have it overlaid on the main screen, so I gotta glance to the side every once in a while to see things like that. something's hot. Oh, the thermal vents are hot. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. No, a little low in water. Looks like some alien stuff down here. Where do you go?
This alien structure appears to have collapsed to the sea floor.
Looks like a cube.
Detecting an alien broadcast. Linguistic analysis reads, "Caution, hazardous materials and life forms contained within."
Well, given the state, I'm not sure if they're contained within anymore, or it may just be outside at this point. What we're looking for right now is the door. If it has a door. Not everything has a door. Especially things that are broken. Oh, that looks like the door. Iron cube.
Interior walls in this section are substantially reinforced, indicating the designers were seeking either to keep something out or contain it within. Whatever their intention, it clearly failed.
Whatever their intention, it clearly failed. Okay. So we've got a couple iron cubes. Got an egg that we can scan. Sea dragon egg, okay. Ray specimens. Damage report.
Integrating new PDA data.
Okay. Before we run out of air. Good place to always turn back for air when you're exploring an underground area is at or before you run out of half air. Because if it took you X amount of time to get in, it's a reasonable presumption it may take you X amount of time to get out.
Residual biological evidence suggests indigenous life forms were brought to this location and subjected to intensive study.
That's the source of the warping things. Well, we're getting some info on the warping things, not having to get close enough to, you know, scan them in the living warping state, where they're just a little threatening.
data pertaining to the bacterium is being downloaded. Caution. Detecting atypical fluctuations in blood plasma proteins. A self-scan is strongly advised. Self-scan complete. Bacterial infection has spread to the skin and pulmonary system. Medical report recorded to databank. It is imperative you find a way to neutralize the infection.
So it's showing us there that we are infected. Presumably we want to do something about that. Right, before we drown, which is a little bit more of an acute death than dying from this infection, apparently, we should get back to our oxygen and take one more attempt at diving in there. Because it looked like there was a fossil in there that we could probably scan. No, we may need the tablet to open the door. The question is there a tablet in here? Or are we supposed to find the recipe? I think we're supposed to... One of the things to do in here... Oh, that's not a window, that's just a broken thing. Okay, that works. I was about to say, is scan the skeletal remains. Apparently that was a broken window, so you could just drive on through. So, picked up the data from that terminal, scanned all of these. That may be everything that is here until we can get a tablet to open the door with. Yeah, we don't have a tablet right now. We got some iron cubes, which I think is what we might be building the tablet out of. Let's see, did we get a blueprint for a tablet or something? Or do we just have some random iron cubes? Because lol. Well, I haven't been blessed with what to do with these cubes. Got a couple, and I know where I can get more if we have a tablet. Yeah. Salvage further alien research data on possible vaccine. Iron cube. Likely grown artificially. Cubic appearance just has been cut from larger deposit. Each cube contains the equivalent of ionic energy of 5 kilotons of TNT. Should be released in a controlled manner. Likely uses batteries. Terminal data, damage report. Affected facility perimeter, closing at high speed. Attach, breaches, community 7, Leviathan eggs. 314 specimens destroyed, 1 specimen unaccounted for, so specimen escaped. Night until the network error resulted in routine quarantine procedure failure. Contagion was uploaded to and spread quickly through the core worlds. Confirmed deaths, 143 billion individuals. Oof. We're at stage 2, yeah. Like to not reach complete shutdown executive function. That would be a good place to not let it get to. Well, we found a thing very deep down. And down here, we basically got told that there's at least one door we could open if we had a tablet to open the doors with. But we don't know how to make those tablets yet. I suspect they're made with the iron cubes, so we have 2 iron cubes, so if we figured out that recipe, we have the ability to make multiple tablets. You know, and it goes deeper.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yes, the world goes deeper, but our vessel here does not. I'm out of water, so we're going to do a quick dive just to see if it's even habitable down there. Don't think we can take the sea moth any deeper. So if we start to burn up, you know this is not where we're supposed to be going. Yeah. No. Big fish taking nibble. Multiple of those teleporter things. For one of our depth modifiers, we need some of that. We got a radio signal, so I've entered a new biome that has triggered a radio signal. Silver ore, don't really need that. Not seeing any immediately useful ore down here. I think it's time to get back to the safety of our ship and then try to get back up to see where that radio signal leads us. Had another nibble taken out of us by the big shark thing. In the ship. Use the health pack. Okay, we're gonna work our way up. So we haven't found any, well, we haven't found any individual nickel. We found big deposits of it, but obviously I need the nickel to build the depth modifier for the prawn suit to come down and mine the big deposit. Okay, slowly working our way up. We're about halfway back up to the surface. Oops. Not bounce off the roof of a cave. Okay, I think we're at the point where we can possibly consider ourselves surfaced. And we went through basically the road, I think. I think there was like an underground river, what the achievement was about. Went from one end of the river to the other.
Calorie intake recommended.
Being reminded that our character apparently is only human and needs to eat every once in a while. Not an immediate rush, and if we get back to base, the base has food. A deposit of big deposit of lithium. This is an interesting nook, but it's not productive, I think. Yeah, not super productive.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Here's one of the mushroom biomes. Not 100% sure from this angle which one it is. West. Or east. Not sure. There's a west one and there's an east one. I'm not sure which one's which. One of them. The one that we're closer to, apparently.
Seek fluid intake.
Being reminded to now also drink.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Charging our ship. This is the place where we've got... Actually, I've got water and food here, so let's go pick up the water first. Because the water's the one that tends to run out faster. Water, water. I think technically we turn the salt into water as well. Not gonna spend the time to figure that out right now. Okay, so the Chinese potato makes more Chinese potato.
Vital signs
That makes...
stabilizing.
Well, it might not make... It either makes 5, or it makes, like, up to 3. Not sure which. But that needs to be replanted. Got some cubes. If we do the cubes, I'm not sure. Yeah, we haven't figured out where to get the nickel from.
Seek fluid intake. Vital signs stabilizing.
Oh, I can turn EU off. Okay, sulfur creature egg, fragment. The fragments near here are not the ones we're looking for. Oh, apparently the shale nearby. Change, but not quite what we're looking for. Oh, we got 4 in this episode. Let's hear what the radio message is. It's giving me an idea where another one is. I might record one more part tonight.
This is Altera HQ. This may be your only communications window. We can't send a rescue ship all the way out there, so Aurora, you're just gonna have to meet us halfway. We've uploaded blueprints to the ship's computer.
Sandwich run, you in?
Yeah, give me a second. Black box data shows the high-security terminal in the captain's quarters is still functional.
Becky's leaving like in 5 minutes.
All right, tell Becky I'll just take the regular.
The regular.
Yeah, she'll know what I mean. The code should
And
be...
if she doesn't,
Just tell her the regular, dude.
okay.
The
If I
code...
say regular, and she's like, what's the regular? I have to come all the way back up here.
The code should be 2679. The regular's just a ham and cheese.
Okay, would you just say ham and cheese?
Ham and cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so we got something that isn't a new exploration place, but rather it's the code we need to leave. Only one problem about that. We have a incurable disease. Well, incurable if we leave. So maybe now's not the time to be thinking about how we leave, but rather how do we cure the disease? It doth afflict us. So yeah, I could go use that code right now, but I don't think that's gonna help us move forward. Coral tube samples, okay.
What are you?
Oh, that's... I think I know what that is. Again, there's a little bit of spoilers that I know about the game, so I think that's the thing that we need to go find to find the cure. It's a living thing that has some telepathic powers. Yes, I do cook them immediately if I hit them with a knife, but it's so much easier to catch them with sea glide. Yes, we got the 9K depth. But we already know there's stuff deeper than 9K, so that's doesn't make necessarily life super easy. Crystalline sulfur. I wouldn't necessarily want to take the prawn suit down there. actually sure what the prawn suit depths is. Double check the depth for both of these two things. We'll probably want to upgrade the depth. They're actually going to make use of them.
Emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Ran out of power. Okay. Power out. Guessing rig for silent uses power even when it's off. Okay. So we got a maximum depth on this of 500 meters. Gonna have to yank all this thing's power so we can recharge it. Oh wait, this one's got 900 meter depth range even before we give it more depth. And it does have 3 depth upgrades, so presumably to walk around down there we need this bad boy to be more useful. Oh wait, that's technically scrap. Oh, maybe I'm not allowed to talk with it when it's got no power. Okay. Well, let's what do I need to build the power charger? Because we need to charge up some cells. Well, that's surprisingly expensive. I don't think I have all of those right now. That might be what we're doing in the next part, is getting the stuff to repower the sub, because I left, well, I was hoping turning the engine off alone would be enough to not have it burn all the power. But I was wrong, and it went through all its power.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Do I have rubies? I have 1 ruby. We need more than 1 ruby. And it requires a wiring kit. I think I'm short on the copper for that wiring. I think it's also the advanced wiring kit. Yeah, it's the advanced one. So silver and copper and gold and the table corals. Easy. Yeah, so we're gonna have to go find what we need for that in the next part, I think, to recharge our setup. And then we need to figure out how we're gonna advance the story. I might spoil a little bit more of what I need to do for the story, so I'm a little bit less bumbling around. Yeah, we got given a "What are you?" So we have the code for the high security terminal, which I should remember to do later. We know where the ion cube is. Set thermal plant up. Okay, yeah, I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the part break in. Probably end the stream. Hope everyone's been enjoying. We'll try to pick up next time. Hopefully by then I will have worked out what I need to do for advancing the story a little bit more efficiently. We definitely know that we're infected at this point. We know that we need to solve that. I think we know everything we need to actually leave the planet. But to get the good ending, we need to figure out how to not die from the disease. You know, we can definitely leave. Just we'd be getting ourselves into a whole lot of trouble by leaving right now. I'm not sure what we're doing wrong as far as trying to find the nuclear power plant fragments in this part. So I'll probably re-look and make sure I wasn't going way off basis on those. But yeah, this is roughly where I'm going to go ahead and end the part. So I hope everyone's been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, if everything goes according to plan, we'll get around to recording the next part by your tomorrow. So you should have a part up tomorrow. If you're watching Twitch, the next stream will be in 5 days. And with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Till the next part. Bye for now.